Yeah. Yo, first of all, man, I'm your boy, Big Brandon Carter. I'm here with the homie Greg, aka Young Candlestick, and we about to give y'all the market recap. You know what it is? You just landed from London. I mean, no, you was just in
Italy.
You was in Italy. Then you went to fucking. I heard
Italy,
you was in Germany.
Rome, Germany. It was
Italy
intense.
is Rome, but it's all good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Rome is it. You was in Italy and Germany. Oh man, why don't you just go to Japan and complete the whole Axis of Evil tour?
I was thinking about it. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Keep your enemies. I like it. I'm gonna bring your chart up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making some 2026 stock market predictions. How does that sound?
Hey, I like it, man. Let's go.
Let's get into it. So let's recap what happened to the S&P 500 this year. The market finished the year up 15.8%. So that was a really strong year because the average return for the market is about 10%, give or take. And so it was a really strong year for stocks. And it was starting off the year really, really bearishly. Like it was getting its ass whooped from the tariffs. But ever since then, the market's been on a strong recovery. And so next year, I don't think that we're going to see a strong 15 to 20% year. However, I do think we finish next year green on the stock market. So I can predict and hypothesize what can happen. As of right now, that this is based on what the chart is showing me right now. Because, you know, it's constantly changing. But as of right now, I'm thinking that we can see a big sell-off in Q1 to Q2 of 2026. So that means the first half of the year, I'm kind of positioned just a bit bearishly. And I think that the market could drop as much as 10%. It'll feel like a lot, but it really won't be that big of a deal if it occurs. After that, though, I think it's a great time to buy the dip, scoop up the dip, and ride the recovery into Q3 and Q4. All right.
So you think Q1 is a little bearish?
Yep. Q1 and Q2, a little bit bearish. We're starting to show signs of a topping formation. That could change if we just magically recover and then bounce back and make new all-time highs. But lately, we've been making higher highs without a ton of follow through. We've been kind of churning towards these highs. And whenever you make higher highs without a lot of follow through, it's starting to form what we call a rising wedge. And more often than not, rising wedges, they break down bearishly because the highs just keep getting more and more tired. Buyers aren't getting the profits that they're looking for. And just short term prices need to come lower to find more demand. Okay. So that's just on the overall S&P 500. The trade of the year for 2025 was on silver and gold. Silver. Brandon, do you know how much silver was up year to date?
How much is it up year to date?
S&P 500 was up 15% year to date. Silver is up 143% year to date. Yeah, I know. That's a big ass move on silver. I am not predicting for 2026 that silver is going to do that again. I don't think it's going to double. I think I think silver's probably going to sell it, and gold probably just in like Q1, and then it can see a small bounce. I think that it can maybe finish the year up about 10%. Okay. And on the last market update, I was talking about the correlation between gold and S&P 500. And so I said, watch, if gold starts to drop, you're going to start to see the market start to drop because gold is denominated in dollars and the dollar tends to inverse the market. And why is that? Because when the dollar goes down in value, it makes sense to put your money in assets that are going to get you a better return because your purchasing power is going down. But if the dollar is going up, it's like, man, why should I take all this risk in the stock market when my purchasing power is going up? I'm going to sell stocks and make sure I get into these dollars. And so gold has been dropping as of recent, and that's kind of what caused a big bearish day in the S&P 500. It was down a little less than 1%. And so if gold is going to drop in Q1, I expect the S&P 500 to drop in Q1, Q2.
Okay.
Instead of going long, just straight up like gold or silver though next year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy oversold conditions on this. It's called WPM. It's wheat plus precious metals. Commodities are in a strong bull cycle right now.
Yeah.
And I don't eat wheat. I'll buy it though. So that's the way to look at it.
I'll trade anything, man. Ducks, hamsters, motherfucking porcupines. I'll trade anything if I feel like I can get a return. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin, altcoins, meme coins, motherfucking NFTs. I'll trade anything that I think it can make me some money, man.
As long as it can move and as long as you get a decent entry point, there's opportunities to be had. And speaking of Bitcoin, I'm glad you brought it up. I'm going to be bearish. I'm taking a bear stance on Bitcoin for 2026.
That's what I was saying last night, man. I was saying that last night on Victory Talk. I was saying, yo, bro, like that shit. I put it on the fucking weekly chart. I was like, on the weekly chart, it's low basing, bro.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Bitcoin. Guess how much Bitcoin returned this year for 2025?
How much?
It lost 10% after all of 2025.
After all that bullshit. After
all that bullshit.
It did have the Trump pump.
Yeah.
Right. I don't even know if I want to say that no more after the Epstein shit. You know what I'm saying? Trump pump that can mean all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We don't want to get demonetized here.
No, man. Last thing you want is to get Trump pumped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. that Trump pump caused a really strong start to the year for Bitcoin.
But that was the second one. Like the first one is like that the first after the election.
Yeah. Yeah, after the election, huge move on Bitcoin. Bitcoin nearly doubled. And then at the beginning of 2025, Bitcoin had a strong 50% rally. But
after
he
said it's a good time to buy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. And that actually signaled the stock market bottom for 2025.
Yeah,
it was when Trump tweeted, hey, it's a good time to buy. S&P 500 rallied 10% in a single fucking day.
That's insane. Like I wonder how many times it's done that in history.
Oh man, it's less than 20.
Yeah, it's definitely less than 20 for sure.
I believe it was the 7th largest green day in market history. So
hold on, let's find out. You know,
yeah, test me. See if it's the 7th largest day in market
how many
history.
times has I'm sorry. How many times has the S&P 500 went up over 10% in one day?
Historically, the S&P 500 has gone up over 10% in a single day just a few times. Some notable examples.
How many times?
It seems there have been several instances.
Tell me the number of times.
According to one source, based on historical data, there have been several days where the S&P 500 has gone up 10% or more.
Why won't you just give me the day?
One was in March 1933.
Why won't you just give me the number?
0.61% increase. And there were a few other days during the 2008 financial crisis as well. Would you like to know about specific dates?
I want to know exactly how many times, the number of times it has went up over 10% in one day.
Exact counts can vary depending on the specific time frame and data source.
This bitch is crazy.
Financial history shows there have been around 3 to 5 days where the S&P 500 has closed up 10% or more. The most recent ones include dates in 1933 and 2008.
All right.
Whatever. It was during like the Great Depression. It was like during the 08 financial crisis. So it was getting its ass whooped a ton of times. And then it has that one of those big ass green days.
Maybe I need to change it to my fucking AI to a man. So it just give me the facts instead of, well, it's been all this. And if you think about it, Mercury in retrograde is giving me all this fucking, they say like mansplaining, like men try to explain shit to women. They need to come up with a term called like she-tailing, where they give like way too many fucking details, like way more than you fucking need. She-tailing. That's what he's doing.
I thought your prompts were really good. And I think it really comes down to like the data sets that it can pull from. Because it'll get like all like picky and stuff like that. But I believe that day, it was the 7th biggest green day in all of market history. That day in 2025. I mean, there are some days where the market has gone up 20% plus in a single day, but that's like, you know, during the Great Depression and shit like that. We weren't trading then.
Nah, I wasn't around then. I'm old. I'm not that old. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that old.
Yeah. So looking at the S&P 500, I can actually show you guys what the 11 sectors actually did throughout the year. And you can see the percentage change by a year-to-date basis. So remember, SPY, the S&P 500, it's made up of 11 sectors. You got technology, you got utilities, financials, healthcare, energy, consumer discretionary, real estate, consumer staples like your grocery stocks. And so you can see that grocery stocks did the worst this year, only up 1.5% this year.
Damn.
Tech did the best, 24%.
That's crazy.
That's the AI boom right there. And that when you average all these out and multiply it by their weightings, that's how you get that 15% S&P 500 year. So that's kind of what's happened already. What do I think are going to be the best sectors for 2026? My number one sector that I think can actually do really, really well in 2026, I think it can get 20 to 30% next year, is going to be XLE, the energy sector. XLE,
the energy sector.
Energy sector. XLE hasn't done shit all year, and I think that it's going to make a boom in 2026. Now, in quarter one, I do think it can potentially drop because if the market drops, XLE is probably going to drop too. But our energy demands are increasing for AI, and I think it's going to be reflected. Yeah, I think it's going to be reflected in XLE. I could totally nerd out on like what other money managers are doing. Other money managers are loading up on this. You can look at like relative rotation graphs, which is like a super nerdy way to see which sectors are in rotation. But XLE, don't sleep on it. I'm going to start building up a position on the drops on XLE.
XLE, huh?
XLE.
Okay. Like, so you can start dollar cost averaging into it?
Yep. I'm going to start dollar cost averaging in quarter one and quarter two. And then I'm going to be starting to buy call options. And then I'm going to start taking bigger size trades. Like I'm probably going to put 10 to 20% of my portfolio in this at the end of quarter two.
I like it. You know, I like your thesis based off like the demand for energy from AI, you know, because they're building all these fucking data centers. They're talking about building fucking data centers in space. I heard that shit. I heard underwater. I heard fucking China's building underwater data centers.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
That's a huge deal.
I like that a lot.
Another cool thing about XLE is it's a high dividend paying sector. You're going to get a 3% guaranteed return on this. So if you put in 100 grand into this, you're guaranteed about $3,000 profit at the end of the year.
Okay. Oh man, you didn't tell me that. You know what I'm saying?
You scale it up, you put in $1 million, you got 30 grand.
3 grand.
You put in $1 million, you got 30 grand. You put in 10 million, you got 300 grand. You know, it all scales up, and that's real cash. That's cash flow, and that's on top of the potential 30% gain that I think it could do. That's like a Super Bowl scenario. But like that is very, very possible. And so that's my top sector for 2026. I do think healthcare can do all right. I think healthcare is going to finish up the year about 10% next year. And this is all speculation. Like this is like something.
Yeah, these are predictions, man.
Yeah, these are predictions. Yeah,
it's not financial advice. You got to say that, right? Because you a certified motherfucker. I'm
not registered. I did pass my Series 65. I technically don't have to say it, but I practice saying it. None of this is financial
to be in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say none of that shit. I don't have to say none of that shit. Hey man, listen, take all the Yo, this is not financial advice, man. This is not financial advice. But if you wanted to go on a crime spree, right? And invest all your crime profits in the XLE, throughout the year, then I think that'd be a good decision. I'd understand it. It's not financial advice. It's not financial advice. But if you wanted to go on a crime spree and invested in XLE, you get that 3% return no matter what.
Yeah.
On your crime winnings. So now you made money off the crime. Then you get the 3% dividends from crime. Then you know there's going to be some appreciation as well. We think we're going to get like 20-30% appreciation.
It's a win-win.
It's not financial advice, but I can't see how this could fail.
Yeah,
unless you're not good at crime, in which case you want to take an alternative wealth accumulation method. It's not financial advice.
Works for you.
I get it. Yeah.
Another cool thing about XLE is that it went through a stock split. And so it's at that price point where you can wheel it really, really well. So like if you take a look at XLE, like you can sell cash secured puts, get assigned, sell covered calls. The options haven't really opened up a ton right now, but that's another way that you can get cash flow on top of your dividends, on top of price appreciation.
And XLE has weekly options.
Yep. Weekly options. They're not the most liquid, but they're not terrible. Okay. Yeah. And so that some individual stocks in XLE, DVN, this is Devon Energy. TE, I've been wheeling TE for a while. This has been a monster win for us. I've been wheeling TEOSE. Yeah. That's another individual stock.
You like ET? Energy Transfer?
ET. I like ET. Yep. I like ET. So that's in play next year. Yeah. All these great stocks. Insider buying. So insider buying, it's not insider trading. Insider buying means they're a part of the board, they're a part of the company, and they're buying the stock because they believe that it's going to go up.
They're buying their own stock. Yeah.
Yeah. Insiders only buy if they think their stock is going to do up. Insiders
a lot of times they know shit that we don't know, right? They know what fucking was popping.
Know the numbers.
They know the numbers. They know what kind of deals they got, especially these huge companies. They know what they talking to the senators and the congressmen and shit. They behind the scenes lobbying and shit.
Yeah,
they know what's popping.
That or buyouts or like some big product change. So insiders are buying Nike right now. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yep. Insiders are buying.
This is another prediction. This is prediction number 3. Insider buy-in.
Yep.
Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Yeah. This is basically prediction number 3. Focus on insider buys. You can use ChatGPT, AI. You can look at various sources to find who's buying up stocks. So Nike, insiders are buying up the stock. Kroger, insiders are buying up Kroger. I think that this could be a potential like buyout candidate from like a bigger grocery chain or something like that.
Who's bigger than Kroger?
I would say like
Costco?
Walmart, Costco.
Okay.
Yeah. Just an idea. It's a little bit more speculative because the chart isn't really reflecting any bullishness. It's not like bearish, but it's not like it's not like
listen, I remember I thought, yo, man, you want to hear a bad trade I did?
Yeah,
it was like years ago.
I can tell you mine.
Fucking years ago, man. I was under the impression, I'm not going to tell you why I was under this impression, but I was under the impression that that Apple was going to buy Peloton, right? Oh. And it made a lot of sense back then because they didn't have Apple Health wasn't as robust as it is now, and it seemed like it fit. It was a fit, right? Like they had an infrastructure, and it would work seamlessly with the shit they already have going on. And it's the same customer base, right? If you got a Peloton, you probably got an iPhone, right? You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like you probably got an iPhone because you like high end fucking luxury shit, And it made a lot of sense, man. So I bought a bunch of Peloton thinking they was gonna get. I'm not gonna see why I thought that, but I had it on good authority that might happen, and it did not. And I took an L on that one. That was a. That trade saved me some money on taxes, if you know what
there I mean. You go. That's the right way to look at it too. Like there's always going to be losing trades, losing investments. You just got to keep on investing and find the next one.
Tim Cook screwed me on that one, man.
Yo, what the hell, Tim Cook?
Me and Tim Cook, man, he got one more time to pull some bullshit, man, before I start taking it personal. That's strike one, Timothy.
Timothy.
Yeah, strike one.
Peloton was a really hot stock when I was trading live on YouTube back in 2020.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Well, that's because
really,
everybody
really hot.
all the gyms were closed, right? So
Yeah, all the gyms
who's
are
doing
closed.
Soul Cycle
C19
and
gyms
shit, or taking
reopened.
spin classes. Yeah.
Yeah, gyms reopened. I think they over invested and then they had way too many Pelotons, so their supply was super high.
I had to buy. I remember during COVID, I bought my sister a Peloton. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
'Cause she was on her weight loss journey.
Good for
and
her.
I was like, yeah, whatever, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you whatever, bitch. All right, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Knock yourself out, man. That shit is a clothes rack right now, man. That shit is
yeah.
That shit is a clothes rack.
There's a lot of limbic friction to set up the Peloton versus like a walking pad. You just hit the go button and then you can watch TV and walk. Yeah.
Yo, pro tip: if you got a fucking Apple Watch and like maybe an iPad or even an iPhone, yo, that Apple Health Plus, you can just get on any kind of bike, right? Like I'm on a bike right now. You can get on the bike, set up the fucking Apple Plus, it hooks to your fucking Apple Watch, and now it turns it into a Peloton. It turns any bike into a Peloton machine, and they got even more shit than that. It's actually pretty dope.
That's really cool. And that's a big example of how Peloton had a low economic moat. Its business model was easily copied. And so that's why you always want to invest in things that have a really wide and strong economic moat. You can't easily copy it.
Yeah, the homie Mr. Out of Context says Happy New Year's, dog. Same to you, dog. Same to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
If you guys are looking for some bearish trades into 2026, I opened up a short trade on Hood this morning. I was talking with Victory Trades members. Yeah. Hood's looking bearish as hell. Hood got really carried away from $30 a share up to $150. This is looking like a topping formation. Okay.
Yeah, so Hood is Robinhood.
Hood is Robinhood. Yep. And so Robinhood's losing its users to Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, Webull. It's a highly competitive space.
Yeah, and everybody went no commission. You know, like that was their thing. You know, that was their thing. Everybody's Webull's a dope fucking platform.
Yeah,
Interactive Brokers has their own version of it. You know, Charles Schwab. It's difficult to compete.
Yeah,
what they do have though is the interface, man. The user interface, especially on mobile. Nice.
It's so
fucking dope. It's like they got the best user interface.
I do recommend Robinhood for beginner traders and investors just because they make it so easy.
And the margin. If you're trading on margin, they have really low margins.
Yeah, the margin requirements.
You got Robinhood Gold, you know, and they've added prediction markets.
Yep, prediction markets. They're you can own a lot of crypto in Robinhood too. Like it's much easier to own.
It's weird though. Like you don't really own the crypto when you buy it in Robinhood.
You don't. Not like you do.
It's like a derivative, you know.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's whatever. You still make money off it.
Yeah, we're converting our crypto into dollars because I transact in dollars.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about the dollar collapsing, you're gonna want to have your crypto in Coinbase.
Listen, if the dollar collapse.
We got bigger problems.
There's gonna be some big problems, man. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, I mean, gold and silver would like technically go to infinity because they're denominated in dollars. You'd see oil prices and commodities skyrocket if the dollar collapses. So it really is an interesting time. And Bitcoin has not been a good hedge against the dollar this year. Normally it has. Because there's only so much Bitcoin in supply, but it's still dropping. Now,
people ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Market hit all-time highs. Bitcoin kept dropping. That's ominous, you know?
Very ominous.
Unless it's a leading indicator. Unless it's a leading indicator for what may happen to the market, you know?
Bitcoin generally is a leading indicator. And if Bitcoin is dropping, that is foreshadowing an overall stock market drop. So Bitcoin's a leading indicator. IWM's a leading indicator. That's been relatively weak as of recent. Semiconductors are a leading indicator. They're doing just fine. Semiconductors.
Yeah, that's the AI shit.
That's the AI shit. We need semiconductors. Transports are another leading indicator. They're not doing too bad right now. They're chilling. XLY, consumer discretionary. This is a leading indicator. This is mostly Amazon and Tesla. Tesla hit all-time highs, but it's looking like a potential false breakout if it can't find support.
What is that purple indicator you had that looks like a fucking
So
C?
I was actually going to bring this up. We've just been talking. It's called the probability of expiring cone. So what it does is it puts out the option chain expected move and plots it on the chart. So this is the 2/3 of the time, price is always going to be contained within this range over any given expiration date. So that's really helpful to know, because it's like, okay, if I'm going to short Tesla, I'm not going to get greedy and expect it to drop underneath $400 a share by mid-January. If I'm going long Tesla, I'm not going to get greedy and expect it to get above 497 by that date. It can, 1/3 of the time it will break those ranges, but it's really, really helpful to see that most of the time price is going to get contained over there. So it's telling you kind of like the volatility of each individual asset, the range of each individual asset over any given period of time.
Okay.
Super helpful for structuring your trades, your option trades, you name it.
That's interesting.
And so that's why if there is going to be a drop in Q1 and Q2, there is money to be made buying put options on the S&P 500, because I do think it can drop a little bit further than this expiring cone, this purple line. Okay. So that's where puts pay. Calls pay if you think it's going to breach outside to the upside of that purple line. Okay.
All right.
So we discussed Hood. I'm bearish Hood into 2026. Still bearish Roblox. I would just like to get a bounce on Roblox, maybe up to like 92 to like 110.
Yeah.
Just wait for bearish setups on Roblox. I'm bearish on Las Vegas Sands. This is a rollover formation. I'm bearish casino stocks. And
really?
This has a little bit to do with regulation, but also I was seeing some other money managers. They're building short positions in their portfolios to kind of hedge their portfolio, but also the regulatory risk is there might be like a law that's going to get passed where casinos have to give a much larger portion of their profits as taxes, which hurts their bottom line, which hurts shareholders, which causes stock to drop. That combined with the technical setup, if LVS, Las Vegas Sands, starts really breaking down underneath like 64, I think it's a straight shot down to like 55 or lower. So I do think the stock can drop 10 to 30% in 2026.
Okay.
So that's a potential bearish hedge idea. You can take a look at how the consumer is doing. This is race. This is Ferrari. And Ferrari it's a good indicator of what the wealthy are doing. It's not the best. It's just one thing to look at. But Ferrari has been taking a massive, massive hit as of late. And so if this trend continues, if the majority of the wealth in the stock market is owned by wealthier people, that can just show some signs of a little bit of pullback.
If that being said, check LVMH.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton. Let's check it out.
But they own like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They own Tiffany's, Zenith, Hublot, Tag Heuer, Fendi. Just a bunch of luxury brands. Hennessy.
Yeah, could you get the ticker symbol for that?
It's not LVMH.
It's not LVMH. I know what you're saying. It's off the tip of my tongue.
It should be LVMH. They fucked up. Let me see.
Louis Vuitton is really big in Europe. There's so many Louis Vuitton bags. Like almost every girl had a Louis Vuitton purse. It's also pretty big at my gym, Lifetime. A lot of the attorneys and money management dudes.
Okay, it's LVMUY.
LVMUY. You sure? This is an ADR.
That's what I thought it was. Listen, I don't know what the ticker symbol is. LVMUY. That's what I see. I'm not on. You sure it's not just LVMH? Let me see, man. Let me check my phone because I bought it before. I traded it before.
Here. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I'll look on. It's not LVMH. It's fuck.
I know it's right off the tip of my tongue.
Now we look like fucking morons.
I know every ticker in the market. There's thousands of them.
Damn, I don't know what it is, bro.
While we're looking this up, though, for 2026, I do think it's going to be a really good year for futures trading. Like, I think that volatility is going to be nice and high. There's going to be long setups, short setups, opportunities on gold, oil, you name it. And we've been crushing it in futures trading. We got Prez over here making 5.6K. We've been crushing the index options trades. I was slightly red today because the market had a really big down day outside the expected move. But on vacation, you know, I'm barely trading and I made $6,000 in 2 weeks, you know, not doing too much.
Nice, man.
And, you know, Alan's crushing it. You can turn $225 into $900 in just a few minutes on index options trades. Antonis got a funded account on his birthday. So he had that birthday mode.
Oh, yeah.
Got a 150K funded account.
That's what's up, man.
That's a huge deal.
And when I left trading futures today, how'd y'all do?
We did pretty good. We did pretty good. I was
up.
Yeah.
I
made about $2,000 today.
Did they post their wins?
I don't know if they posted their wins.
All right.
Yet, but you know.
That's all good. Yo, listen, guys, if you want to trade with us, we trade futures every morning. Join Victory Trades. The link is in the description. You can join Victory Trades. We trade futures every morning live at market open. We get in there a little bit early, and then we trade the market for about 2 hours, you know. And so you can trade with me and Greg and the rest of the Victory Trades members live. And you also get Greg's trade alerts straight to your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made $6,000 on vacation trading, huh? That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it was mostly coming from index option trades, butterflies, and iron condors. So iron condors are my main specialty. It's basically me just saying, hey, I think the market is going to finish the day in this range. I send out the alert. You just enter in the strike prices. It takes like a minute, 2 minutes to execute. I tell you your risk, your reward, your probability of profit.
Yeah, you've been crushing those, man.
No, yeah, definitely. It's been on a really, really good streak this last quarter of 2025. And so you can take profits at any time, or you can just hold till the end of the day. So this is what the trade looks like. XSP Iron Condor, I think it's going to stay underneath 691. I think it's going to stay above 684. And boom, it's a 25% return. Most of the time it'll be between 25 to 75% return each day. If it's a loss, it'll be like minus 50%. On a rare day, it'll be minus 100%. That's the way it goes sometimes. Here's like the hood bearish trade. I'm telling you the expiration date, which put I'm buying, which put I'm selling. Took profits on Microsoft. Even though this is a small gain, sometimes taking profits is a way to manage risk because I think the market might drop.
Yeah.
And so that was a good move. Even though it was a small gain, I saved myself from a loss. And so that's pretty cool. Got covered calls. Credit spreads. I mean, on any given week, you're very likely to make back the cost of victory trades. I can't guarantee that. I legally can't, but statistically,
like, looking at the numbers, man.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to show you. Like for December over here, we're 27 for 30 on the alerts this month. Oof. You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
we're having a good time. You know, 30% gain. Here's a 65% loss. Here's a 61% gain, 80% gain. We have a good time. I really stand by the alerts. So I've been doing it for a while and I keep getting better and better.
Killing it. Killing that shit. Yeah. Awesome, man. Any more predictions?
Those are the main ones. XLE. Okay. Bitcoin bear, XLE bull, and futures trade a lot. So that's my main predictions. Pay attention to the insider buying. Find those good stocks to wheel. Manage your risk.
All right. So in conclusion, you said you think we're going to have a drop in S&P 500 for the first quarter, maybe even the second quarter, right?
Yep.
You're also predicting that XLE was going to be up 20, 30%, you said?
20 to 30%, which
20,
is a bold claim. It's not pricing it in.
Yeah. And insider buying is going to be super, buying and selling is going to be super huge.
Yep. Mostly buying, because insiders can sell for many reasons, but insider buying is key. That tells me it's almost an automatic buy for me if insiders are buying.
Yeah. And what else? There was one more. What was the last one?
Those are the main ones. I mean, watch out for index option trades, and futures trades are going to be good. So like use code victory trades if you're trading Apex. But I
we
really
use
do think
code victory trades. Yeah.
Code victory trades and trade futures, because you're going to want to be able to capture some of these big ass moves on the intraday time frame. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's because what happened with 2025 was it was intense for like a few months, and then it was pretty quiet for a long period of time. Like it was just grinding up. There's a few big down days, but I think 2026 is going to be wild. I think there's going to be 10% swings like each and every month on S&P 500. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's going to get wild. I think VIX might start to wake up. And so that's our volatility into 2026. Okay. And so that's the base case as of right now. You know, if the market wants to break above all-time highs and hold all-time highs as support, that's a different story. Volatility might get crushed and we can see growth return. But as of right now, it's looking ominous.
All right. Yo, you got a question. You got a super chat.
We've been getting the same question every damn time.
Yeah.
Greg, thoughts on investing in crypto DeFi liquidity pools? Hey, man, that is not my area of expertise. I'm a professional market analyst. I'm a professional at technical analysis. I am not a professional at crypto DeFi liquidity pools.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know a lot about that either. I mean, I know about it, but not enough to tell you about it.
Yeah, I appreciate the super chat. I love the Terminator. The Terminator guy.
Yeah. All right, bro. Listen, join Victory Trades if you want to trade with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Thanks,
Let's
Greg.
get it. I'll see you later. Peace out.
Peace. Yo, all right, yo.